Thanks for squeezing me in today, Doc. I promise you, I'm not trying to make this a habit. These past few days, I've just been up all night. I can't sleep. A friend of mine got knocked out a while back on his birthday, nonetheless. Dude went down quicker than a rapper at a Diddy party. But he did tell me it was the best sleep he had gotten in a while. So there is that. Yeah, I don't think I want to sleep that badly. Besides, I try to actively avoid any type of concussions, cranial damage, blunt force trauma, things like that. I mean, that's understandable. I get that. It's the last thing either of us needs. I see you're going with the Joker look today. I like it. I like it. He's probably my favorite villain. Honestly, mine too. But I thought it was appropriate because we're just living in a clown world these days. Yeah, that tracks. Makes sense. All right, but enough deflecting. Tell me who's keeping you up at night. To be honest, Doc, it's another serial killer I covered recently. His name is Gary Ridgway. Have you heard of him? Ridgway. Oh, you mean the Green River Killer? Man, that guy looks like the human version of oatmeal. He reminds me of that creepy uncle at parties that everyone warns you about, but the only person he's trying to touch or fuck is his mother. Wow. Damn, Doc, you really do know how to paint quite the picture. But am I wrong? You know I'm right. If they just had Pornhub in the 70s, a lot of innocent people would still be alive. Maybe. You're probably right about that. But I don't know, Doc. The whole mom thing is weird. She used to aggressively wash his genitals every time he wet the bed. He admitted that. That shit is crazy. I've never heard of that before. Which explains his conflicting feelings of anger and attraction toward his mother, and why he often fantasized about killing her. But I don't know why he was complaining. No one wanted to touch me. Well, aside from that creepy uncle at parties that everyone secretly talked about. But I'm fine. Everything's fine. I mean, are you though? Hey, I'm doing a lot better than Gary Ridgway. I'm a doctor, I have a thriving practice, and I'm not standing in the shower patiently waiting for someone to drop the soap. That's true. And it's crazy how he lived a double life as well. I mean, no one really suspected a thing. He was a hard worker, loving husband, and a devout churchgoer. I mean, I'm impressed he was able to juggle all of that. I can't even get out of bed sometimes. Wait, impressed? Kind of. I mean, this guy had to clock in murders while working 40 hours a week, not to mention the overtime, running errands, being a husband, being a father, and going to church. I mean, that's impressive. That's commitment. Commitment. Right. Is that what we're calling it? It is, yeah. Gary would have gone to work, went to the store, picked up the dry cleaning, killed a prostitute, and would have made it home before dinner. I mean, it's a struggle for some people just to adult. Hence my thriving practice. Yeah, well, his motivations were a lot different from other people. Yeah, I know. He was a predatory serial killer driven by his hypersexual behavior and repressed anger toward his mother. And his way of coping was by killing prostitutes and runaways. And prostitutes, oddly enough, were the very people that his father despised. So, yeah, let's throw some daddy issues in that pot. Let's mix it up a bit. So, he targeted people no one would think twice about and people no one would believe to be murdered. He was smart and organized for sure. He'd be the person you'd have to worry about, unlike Richard Chase. I bet Gary Ridgway had a calendar, although I don't think he had a blender. It probably wouldn't have been his cup of blood. I mean, tea. Cup of tea. Probably not. But he does have a son. He would bring his toddler son with him while he murdered women. Like, he would be right next to him. Like, take your kid to work day. I wonder how much he learned. Hopefully, nothing. Gary Ridgway admitted if his son had any inkling of what was going on, he would have killed him too to silence him. I mean, that's batshit. See, there's that commitment I was telling you about. But to be clear, I'm not condoning his beliefs or behavior whatsoever. Father of the Year, he is not. Nope. But dads, am I right? He could have at least waited until his son was 18. At that point, they could have both picked up women and shared that experience together. Hashtag father son bonding. Wow. I got nothing. Nothing. Damn right you don't. And don't forget what I said about judging me. But hey, if you want to get this guy out of your head, all you have to do is think about some other sick fuck who's not as deranged. Doc, you might be right. Maybe I just need a new distraction. You could go the Gary Ridgway route. I mean, I do have a few clients who were former sex workers. I could orchestrate a meet cute. No, I think I'm good. But thanks though. All right. Your loss. But it looks like our time is up, and I'd like to say I'll see you next week. But if we're being honest, it'll likely be sooner. I mean, it could be sooner, but Doc, I'll see you later.